When a woman is secretly sexually turned on by you, you'll see these 10 psychological signs. Women don't fall for logic. They fall for men who trigger them on a primal level. But here's what 99% of men get wrong. When a woman is secretly sexually turned on, she hides it behind behaviors most men misinterpret as indifference, attitude, or friendship. But there are cracks, subtle glitches in her behavior. Her body betrays her. Most men are blind to them, but the men who see these glitches, they control the frame. I've saved the strongest and most important sign for the end, so stay tuned. 1. She shows micro-tension in her lower body. Most men only look at the face or the obvious curves. They miss the deeper, more revealing signs. When a woman is secretly sexually turned on, her lower body gives her away before her mouth ever does. Watch her hips, legs, thighs. When she crosses her legs tightly, shifts her pelvis away but keeps her chest forward, or subtly clenches her thighs together. It's not discomfort, it's suppressed arousal. This happens because her subconscious is trying to contain the rush of sexual energy. It's her body attempting to self-regulate a state she can't openly express. Psychologists suggest this is an evolutionary protection mechanism, concealment of desire to maintain social reputation. How do you use it? You don't comment, you don't chase, you occupy more space. Physically, relax your lower body and let her experience the contrast. She hides tension, you radiate. Ease. This is how you lead her body into your frame without even touching her. 2. She self-soothes in erotic zones, but hides it. You've heard about women playing with their hair. Forget it, that's entry level. When a woman is truly aroused on a subconscious level, she'll self-soothe by touching zones tied to sexual pleasure, but she'll disguise it under innocent gestures. She might adjust her necklace, touch her collarbone, slide her hands down her thighs, or graze her lips during conversation. These are covert displacement behaviors. Her body wants sexual touch, but her conscious mind hides it behind socially acceptable motions. This is hardwired from evolutionary psychology, avoidance of overt sexual signaling in public to protect from being labeled promiscuous. What do? You hold eye contact calmly. You never react overtly. You let her escalate these behaviors in her frustration to get your attention. That's masculine control over the interaction. 3. She weaponizes ambiguous language. When women are secretly turned on, they often express it through layered, ambiguous language that allows them to flirt without accountability. They'll throw in phrases like, "I don't know why I'm telling you this. You're trouble. You'd probably get me into situations I'd regret." This isn't banter, it's a subconscious leak of sexual fantasy dressed as sarcasm or mock protest. Behavioral science shows that women use plausible deniability as a shield when attraction is high. They invite the man to read between the lines while maintaining a front of innocence. Your play is never get logical. You tease her ambiguity, amplify it, and stay emotionally neutral. When you show you can read these signals, but don't react like the average man, you become the authority figure her body craves. 4. She micro-dilates her nostrils when you speak. Most men focus on eye contact and smiles. Highly few notice the subtle facial reflexes that betray arousal at a biological level. One of the least known is nostril dilation. When a woman is secretly sexually stimulated, her nostrils will subtly flare. This is a primal reflex widening her olfactory intake to process your pheromonal signature. It's a subconscious way for her body to chemically analyze you as a potential mate. You'll see this when you speak low, slow, and close. How do you use this? You stay still. You reduce your vocal pace. You let your presence fill the air and let her biology respond naturally. This forces her primal instincts to do the work, and she won't even understand why she feels warmer and drawn toward you. 5. She delays departures, then creates excuses to stay. Sexual attraction creates time distortion. When a woman is secretly turned on by you, she won't just stay longer. She'll create small excuses to avoid ending the interaction. She might start packing up, then restart a new conversation. She might say she's leaving, but stand near the exit, talking about something irrelevant. This is rooted in loss aversion. Psychologically, the discomfort of leaving the high-status male experience becomes greater than the need to go. You don't chase this energy. You reward it by controlling the end. You end the interaction first on your terms. This cements you as the leader in her emotional frame, and her desire will grow stronger from the denial of closure because the human mind intensifies attraction through scarcity. 6. She adjusts her voice tone when addressing you. Average men miss this because they focus on what she says, not how she says it. When a woman is secretly aroused, her voice will involuntarily soften, drop in pitch, and slow down when speaking to you. This is tied to evolutionary mating behavior. Lower, softer tones signal submission, comfort, and intimacy in mammals, including humans. It's an unconscious attempt to reduce perceived threat and create closeness. You use this by maintaining your tone, steady, deep and slow, never matching her softness. This keeps you in control while allowing her unconscious mind to lean into your grounded masculine presence. 7. She fixates on inanimate barriers between you. One of the most overlooked signs is spatial fixation. When a woman is turned on but restraining herself, she'll create or focus on small barriers between you, her purse, a glass, her jacket or her phone. She's projecting her internal conflict onto external objects to feel safe. Behavioral science calls this environmental displacement. You flip this by calmly removing or shifting those objects, reclaiming the space without rushing. This subtly communicates dominance, safety and comfort, which triggers her primal desire to surrender her defenses and connect. 8. She breaks her personal hygiene patterns. This is an advanced, nearly invisible sign. When a woman is aroused, she may unconsciously break her normal grooming habits in your presence. Biting nails, licking lips, more often chewing objects, or forgetting to fix her hair or posture. Why? Because her attention is hijacked by arousal, not social presentation. This is biological. When sexual excitement heightens, self-monitoring decreases. Most men make the mistake of pointing these things out, but the wise man does not mention them. He simply allows her to stay in that unguarded primal state, because that is where emotional vulnerability and deeper attraction are born. 9. She tests you with micro-rejections, then watches closely. Attraction is not always expressed through warmth. When a woman is deeply turned on, she'll often inject subtle rejections into the interaction, teasing dismissive remarks or cold sarcasm. This isn't to push you away. It's her way of measuring your emotional strength. If you flinch, explain, or get defensive, you fail. If you remain calm, amused, and unbothered, you pass. Her subconscious is testing whether you can emotionally lead her through intensity rather than crumble under it. You embrace this friction because tension is what deepens the polarity between masculine and feminine energy. 10. She becomes hyper-aware of her surroundings. The final and most telling sign that a woman is secretly sexually turned on is when she starts scanning her environment. She becomes alert, glancing at others, adjusting her position, or checking who might be watching. This is not disinterest, but a biological safety protocol. Her nervous system is preparing for potential intimacy and instinctively checks for danger, judgment, or competition. Before surrendering emotionally or physically, she must feel secure and unseen. This is ancient evolutionary programming. Your power lies in creating a psychological bubble. Lower your tone, reduce the space between you, limit distractions, and make her feel shielded when you control the environment. You control her comfort, and through comfort, her arousal grows. This is the energy of a man who leads, not pleads. If you're ready to step into the version of yourself who commands the room through calm confidence rather than chase validation, subscribe to Joyama now. Like this video, if you're ready to evolve into the grounded man who doesn't seek permission, but naturally creates emotional and physical tension through presence alone.